never let his fucking worm ass escape from that shit. Because he is a fucking rapist, racist person.
It's so crazy.
It's insane.
Like,
Can we talk for a second?
I don't understand like how like all these like really wealthy people like are just like always up to like some shit, dude.
They all know each other too, dude. It's insane.
Like,
Bloomberg and Trump are best friends.
I'm telling you, like it's the fucking, you know, the Jeffrey Epstein. They like fucking people who have everything want things that they can't have, so they fuck children, dude.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned Jeffrey Epstein, David, because there is actually a Jeffrey Epstein connection with Michael Bloomberg, and it's not even one layer deep, dude, because first of all, of course, recently he was photographed with Ghislaine Maxwell, who is of course a close associate of Jeffrey Epstein, who is accused allegedly of procuring underage women for Jeffrey Epstein's like sex ring that he ran on Little St. James Island. And she has not been charged with anything, by the way, but it is allegedly she was the one who was obtaining these underage women and trafficking them to have sex with people. And it's allegedly Michael Bloomberg is one of those people, because in Jeffrey Epstein's black book, Michael Bloomberg's name is actually in it with all of his contact information, right next to other people who we know were involved in this sex ring. So that's interesting that he's in that book. And then on top of that, I have another thing. I'm going to let you respond, but I just have to get all this out because this is I could not believe this when I saw this. So in 2017, one of his associates called Charlie Rose, who is a host of a television show, in 2017, 8 women accused Charlie Rose of basically harassing them, groping them, like calling them and saying like fucked up shit on the phone about them, like being naked, like walking in on them naked.
Wait, who's this guy?
He's an associate of Bloomberg.
Oh, okay.
And then Bloomberg Bloomberg says on Twitter that he thinks that the Me Too movement is bullshit, and like all these women are accusing his friends of doing stuff that they never did just because they're jealous of their wealth and power. You know, classic fucking pedophile shit. And then it gets found out that Charlie Rose is actually linked with Jeffrey Epstein, and they're like best friends, like best friends. And Bloomberg is best friends with Charlie Rose, and he publicly defended him on Twitter for like all of his sexual misconduct.
Which was true. So that means he knew.
And that's for sure, by the way, because he admitted to it. Charlie Rose admitted to this sexual misconduct. So we know for a fact that he sexually harassed these women. We know for a fact that Michael Bloomberg defended him, even though we knew there was publicly available information that he did this, and yet Michael Bloomberg still defended him. And then we know 3, that both of these people who were extremely wealthy were both named in Jeffrey Epstein's black book. Charlie Rose, more convincingly, is not only named in the book, but him and Epstein have a extremely close relationship. Tie that in with the 4th element of evidence, the fact that Bloomberg is photographed with Ghislaine Maxwell, the person who procured these underage women for Jeffrey Epstein to rape and human traffic. What do you do with all the information? What does God want me to do with this information, David?
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty insane that like I don't understand like the black book. Is it just not a valid source? Like, shouldn't that be fucking shut in case?
I mean, it's hearsay, of course. It's hearsay because just because they're in the black book doesn't necessarily mean that they had sex with underage women or that they were involved in the human trafficking ring. But it's interesting to me that all of these wealthy people somehow are just happen to be in the book. People like Prince Andrew, people like Bill Clinton, like Donald Trump, people who we know have a history of sexual misconduct are in this book, and they're all wealthy, all famous people, all in this book. It's very interesting, don't you think, David?
Yeah, it's fucking weird, dude. Wealthy people know wealthy people. I mean,
I swear, like, once your net worth gets over a certain level, you just instantly want to fuck kids. I don't know what it is about having money that just makes you want to fuck kids.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. They want everything, and that's something they can't have, dude.